And I think this is on the wrong network, but we'll give it a go anyway. So your challenges for today. So your mindset challenge is all about channeling your creativity. There is a great quote that I came across. It says, possessing a creative mind is like having a border collie for a pet. If you don't give it a job to do, it will find a job to do, and you might not like the job it invents. And that's from Elizabeth Gilbert. So, so having a creative mind definitely is something that you have to channel. So take some pen, paper, paints, whatever, and just go spend some time creating. It could be doing a mind map. It could be just brain dumping ideas. It could be just going out in nature and writing whatever comes. I do what I call subconscious writing, which is I sit down with a pen and paper and I just start writing. I'm not, half the time I don't even know what I'm going to write until it comes out of the end of the pen. And it can be very awakening and very sort of like, whoa, where did that come from? But that's how I'm now doing my genealogy business and doing in the footsteps of your ancestors, taking you on heritage trips to the place your ancestors came from. I've got a marketing business now helping businesses retain their clients and turning them into raving fans. And, I've reinvented my travel business, all because I'm channeling my creativity. This time has been so amazing. And all of this time, people are starting to come out of quarantines, out of the lockdowns and everything else. So life is going to be taking different turns and channels. So where are you going to be directing your energy to? So now is the time to get out that creativeness that you have inside you, let it loose, let it fly, and go for it. Find that one thing that you absolutely love. And look at a way that you can turn it into a business, or if you've got your business, look at a way you can reinvent it. It's just a time to let the creativity loose. I have been loving this global pause. That's what I've been calling it, a global pause, not a pandemic, a global pause. It is a time when we have been very blessed to have this time. It is full of abundance. My creativity is going nuts right now. And so every day I'm having to find a different way to channel it. And so when I stumbled across this quote, I was sort of like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel at times. That it's, especially, even with Zeffie, and Zeffie is a mini German Shepherd. If I don't give her stuff to do, she finds stuff to do. And sometimes it's sort of like, hey, no, you're not supposed to be doing that. And so I have to learn to channel her energy into training and things as well. We've already been out for a walk this morning. We're about to go do our 10 minutes of training this morning. They say train in 10-minute chunks, so we're going to go do our morning 10 minutes. As soon as she's finished eating and I've done this live, we'll go do her morning training session and see how that goes. But even just seeing her when I'm training her, her mind is trying to think ahead. It's sort of like, oh, she's going to get me to do this, and this. So I'll just go do it all at once. Yeah, no, it's getting her to be patient and slowing her down. So, it's taking my creativity to find creative ways to keep her occupied as well. So, if you don't want the dogs destroying the house, basically, if you don't want your brain destroying the house, if you don't want the dogs destroying the house, give them something to do. So, in other words, channel your creativity into something that you love to do. Find ways to take advantage of the opportunities that your creative mind comes up with. It's going to be amazing. Trust me, it's going to be amazing. I cannot believe how amazing this time that is about to happen is going to be. I honestly can't wait, but at the same time, I'm being very patient as well because I'm making the most of this global pause that we are about to come out of, and it is going to look very different to what it has in the past. And those that are ready for it are the ones that are going to not reap the benefits of it, but they're going to do a lot better than those that haven't prepared for the time that's coming. So that's your mindset, is channel your creativity day to day. Your business, hello, how are you? Just pick up the phone, call people, or go and start conversations with people. Preferably, if you like to do it on the phone, pick up the phone and just go, hello, how are you? Just a general conversation, nothing business related. All you're doing is starting a conversation. It could even be going into Facebook, text messages, whatever social media platform you use. Send a message to somebody you haven't spoken to for a while, especially clients, and just say, hello, how are you? Just checking in to see how you're doing. That's all I want you to do today, is just start those conversations with your clients with a simple, hello, how are you? And then take the conversation from there. Nothing business related. It's just a check-in to see how they're doing. Your fun. Oh, this one's going to be a good one because I'm going to have a lot of fun with this today. Today is going to be Smoothie Magic. What is your favorite smoothie recipe? Are you game to get in your kitchen and try some new smoothies? There are thousands of smoothie recipes out there, but what's one that is your favorite that you yourself have created without having to go look it up or anything else like that? I get coconut water, I put my protein powder in there, I mix it all in first, and then I'll put something like chia seeds in there, flax seed, hemp seed in there as well, mix it all up. I'll throw in spinach and kale and asparagus and cucumber. People are going, I can hear it now. And then I'll get my frozen berries, like blueberries are my favorite to put into smoothies. Sometimes I'll put beets in there as well, pickled beets. Just give it a bit of a zing. A bit of apple cider vinegar goes in there as well. Love my apple cider vinegar in there, and lemon juice and lime juice. And I'll put blueberries in there. And then there's these frozen packs that you can get of frozen fruits and vegetables from the stores that come in pouches, and they'll have different tropical fruits in there, like mango and maybe pineapple or banana, and some of them may even have vegetables in there as well. So I keep frozen fruit in my freezer for that purpose, because I don't always have access to fresh fruit these days. So keeping the frozen packs in there. But then especially my Vitamix, when I put it all in there and mix it all up, if I put a little too much frozen stuff in there, it gets thick, and I have to add a little more coconut water in there just to loosen it up a little bit so the blender can blend. But then it's almost like having a thick shake at the end of it. I love my thick shakes. and when I get to have it at that point, it's dairy free, because the protein powder I use is non-dairy, it's gluten free, it's dairy free. What else is it? There's no nuts in it. So it's a pretty allergy free protein powder. I don't even know if I can get it anymore. That's my problem. I know how I used to get it. I just don't know if they have it anymore, which is annoying because that's one of my favorite protein powders. Darn. Which means I'm going to have to look for another protein powder. I've got to go find, first of all, because I still have a container. I still have a container left, and when I open up the last container, that's when I go order my next 2 or 3 containers. So I've got one container that's almost finished, and when that's finished and I've got to go pop open the next one, then I'll go reorder my protein powder. And if I can't find it, I'm going to have to look for some other protein powder that's dairy-free, gluten-free, because I like to have the dairy-free, gluten-free stuff. I don't know, there's just something about it. But this one has a thickener in it too, so it helps thicken things up, and you put the frozen fruits in there too, and and I get a really good thick shake at it. Sometimes I put avocado in there if I've got avocados. That makes it nice and creamy. What else do I throw? I throw just about anything in there. Chocolate, cacao powder. Unsweetened cacao powder, definitely. It's got to have the chocolate element. Because I find the chocolate protein powders aren't as chocolatey as they might sound. So I always boost it with some cacao powder, the unsweetened kind. But have fun with the Smoothie Magic. What's some of your favorite smoothie recipes? Put them in the comments below. Would love to know that. If I've got bananas, I'll throw them in there as well. I'll put just about anything I've done. If I put apples in, I use Granny Smith apples because they've got that tartness to them, and it helps balance out the sweetness of the other fruits that go in there, so that it doesn't end up too sweet, because I don't like very sweet smoothies. If they're too saccharinely sweet, I'm sort of like, ugh. And I don't add any sweetener to my smoothies. I do it all natural. So if I've got fruits in there, that's the natural sugars that are in there. I don't add any sugar there. I don't add any artificial sweetness to it. Some people just look at it and go, ugh. I remember Brad I would make my smoothies and I'd pour him a little 8-ounce glass and go and say, here, drink this. And he goes, do I have to? I go, yes. he would graciously drink it and come up with all sorts of funny faces and everything else. But then Gus would be standing right there. So he'd finish off the glass and he'd tip it to Gus, and Gus would clean the glass out. Gus loved smoothies. And I've introduced them to Zeffie as well. And so when I get the mixer out, she'll sit over to the side there, but far enough away where if it jumps off the counter or anything, it's not going to hit her. for some reason it's just a strange noise, so she has her safety distance thing. And so there's been times that I've dipped my finger in the smoothie when I finished it and given some of it to her, and she's very slowly gotten, this isn't too bad. Like, so one time I put it on the end of her nose, so she had to lick it off there, and she's like, where did that come from? And she'd start like looking around, so I'd put some more on my finger, and she'd come over and she'd sniff it and lick it and sort of be like, and then she'd look at me and say, can I have more? And so she'd get a little bit more. So she's slowly been introduced to the smoothies as well, and seems to be liking them. So that's it for today, for this morning. So this morning, remember, your mindset challenge is all about channeling your creativity. Because if you don't channel your creativity in the direction that you need it to go, it's going to come up with things that you may not want to do. And your business is simply picking up the phone, calling your customers, or texting them, whatever method of communications you use with your clients, and just saying, hello, how are you? No business talk, just general conversation. And then your fun one is all about Smoothie Magic. So drop your smoothie recipes into the comments below. Always looking for new smoothie recipes. I love smoothies. So I'm going to go make one for lunch today because I have a call at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to have to make sure I remember to do it before 12 o'clock so I can sit and enjoy it while I'm on a meeting this afternoon at 12 o'clock. So that's it from me for now. Have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we will catch you guys later this afternoon or this evening. Heck on out.